and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
We are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about spondylolisthesis.
Spondylolisthesis.
I'll let him say it. Relief. 7 real-life tips to stop pain, regain normal activity. This is a real patient success story.
There you go. Yes, you can certainly, if you do the right things, we're going to go through it. How you can...
Well, Brad, tell him you're the real patient.
Well, yeah, I have spondylolisthesis.
They maybe thought I was pointing to the spine.
Yeah, I didn't know. Well,
because the spine has it too.
Actually, this model, I've got it modified so you can see very closely how it looks on my back. And if you have spondy, it looks probably similar to this as well.
And we'll show you all this close up in just a minute. But if you're new at our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, you're going to join us on our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook. If you don't like Facebook, you can join us on our website, Bob and Brad, because we do have giveaways there. Just go under giveaways. And right now we're giving away again the Stretch Out Strap.
There you go.
Great all-around versatile strap for stretching. We're giving away 5 of these.
Right, and we've just put a nice video up on how to use that, and a number of them, actually, if you look for it. So, Bob, should we carry on with this?
Let's continue.
This is quite a mouthful. They really put quite a large name on this one, and
it sounds scary.
It does, and actually it looks scary. But the good news is about 5%, they estimate, of people in the United States have this to a certain degree.
So that's a lot.
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
I had no idea I had mine until I had some x-rays. I just had backaches that lasted for quite a long time, and they weren't responding to the treatment I was giving to myself. So I went in and got x-rays. And so you're going to look, let's hold that one up.
Yeah, we'll do a comparison here.
So spondylolisthesis is a shift of 2 vertebrae, so they are not where they're supposed to be. If you look at this healthy spine, this red disc right here is supposed to represent a bulging disc. Yes. So just kind of ignore that. But it is nice because right where that disc is, you'll see here there is no disc.
Right.
So when you have spondylolisthesis, oftentimes the vertebrae shift, and it may be from trauma. There may be another number of reasons. I'm not going to get into that, but there's a shift, and the disc will oftentimes be absorbed by the body, and that takes time.
And then what may happen is that these 2 vertebrae get fused together.
We hope that's what happens.
That's the best case scenario.
Right, because the shift, if it shifts too far, this is about a grade 2, there's grade 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So you can see how the one is shifted forward on the other. Is what you're pointing out, Brad.
The further it gets shifted, if it gets too far forward, it starts to pinch the nerve in the spinal cord, and that can be a real problem. And then they'll go do surgery and put hardware in to stabilize it, which you really want to avoid.
Right.
And that's what this is all about, is how to, so you don't get that far and actually get back to a normal activity again, which with me, it did happen that way. I was about 7 to 8 years ago, I was to the point where I could walk about 3/4 of a mile, and I'd get pain in my back, numbness and tingling down my leg. I'm sure it was L5 nerve root.
So you were headed down a bad path. I mean, you were headed down the path of surgery, probably.
Well, I wasn't thinking that. I didn't even think of that. It's like, I got to do something different. So I start doing some research, and as a therapist, I had some idea of what to do, but I really got into it quite a bit more and came up with a good protocol. And now I can run. I'm running 3 miles. I'm running actually faster than I've run for a number of years. I bike actively, swim, do a lot of things.
Yeah, you're a real active guy. So good. Kudos to you, Brad.
But chances are, if you have spondee, are you going to get back to powerlifting or doing some really aggressive stuff that requires bending, lifting? Probably not so much, but you'll do pretty good. A list, 3 things that typically everyone with spondee
you want to avoid. So
the number 1 rule is avoid anything that increases your back pain or irritates it, or if you start to get numbness or tingling down your leg, that just means one of the nerves is getting pinched. You need to avoid those activities. With me, it used to be walking.
Right, and you can test that every so often because hopefully over time when you do some of the things you're supposed to do, you get enough strength and core strength that maybe you will be able to go back to those things. So don't think that just because you can't do it now, you won't ever be able to do it.
Right. And I monitored mine. I knew how far 3/4 of a mile was, and it's like, oh, it's starting to get better. And that was after a couple of years of doing these exercises, which I hope that doesn't depress you, but it's still good news.
It's not a quick fix.
Right.
And, the body really does want to heal itself as much as it can, fuse and lock things into place.
Right.
But you got to allow it to. You got to create the environment for it.
Exactly. Standing. Typically standing still. My worst place, I always notice it if I go shopping with my wife. And she's working or by myself, but if I'm standing there, it's like, oh man, this is killing me. And of course, then I've got to, as soon as I sit down, it feels much better.
Or also, Brad, you talk about this one that you do. You put your foot up on something like this and bend forward like this. That gives you some temporary relief, right? Yeah.
And that might be on an individual basis.
Right.
Typically, sitting is tolerated better than standing for someone with spondy.
You didn't mention the walking or running, or did you? You want to be cautious about it, right?
Right, exactly. And again, follow the rules. If you don't have any pain when you're walking in the back of the leg, keep walking. That's great for it.
So what are some of the things to try, Brad?
Now, this is something I always had in my car. I'd feel fine sitting, but if I'm going for a long ride, a half hour or longer, it'd become uncomfortable, and particularly getting out of the car. It'd be always no fun. Until I have been using lumbar supports, whatever, and I found this. It's a memory foam, made out of memory foam. It's called the Kubota.
Yeah, Kubota. We have a link down below.
Right. And I have another one that was similar to this, and that worked pretty good one. But this one I'm convinced works better. I can now get out of my car feeling not 100%, but about 90% better than it used to be. So it's really good. And
Now, just to be honest here, though, I probably wouldn't like that cushion.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't have back issues per se, and I do use a cushion, a hard one, but I wouldn't like that one.
Right, you use more of a lumbar support.
A lumbar support that's real solid.
Right. Yeah. And that, for spondy people, if you get one of those round ones, or it's made for usually a herniated disc,
they tend not to work.
Probably not. You can try it, but listen to your body.
These full back supports that are, again, memory foam, tend to be better.
Right. They keep that spine supported throughout the whole length, which works well for this particular diagnosis. And the next thing, and this is really key, is core strengthening. You want to strengthen the abdominal muscles, because with spondylolisthesis, anything going backwards, if you're going to paint a ceiling or clean windows overhead, you're probably going to get a backache pretty quick, and it's going to hang out for a day or two. So we want to do things to keep the spine bent forward slightly and strengthen in front, and that'll help those bones from shifting farther apart, which we don't want to have.
And what you'll probably want to do is type in Bob and Brad. What do you think that's under, Brad?
Bob and Brad spondylolisthesis exercises.
Okay.
I got 4 of them.
Yeah, he did. You've done these a lot.
Right.
On different videos.
We've got a whole playlist, and a number of them have. And I use the exercise ball that's up here. I don't want to take the time now because this video is going to get too long the way it is.
Right.
But it is very specific, and they're simple exercises. They take me about 10 minutes to get through them. Plus, I do a little more. But
make it part of your routine.
Exactly. Next thing is the leg wedge.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
one that a lot of people with back pain may like. If you have arthritis, this may feel good. This is pretty much universally. I think most back issues would feel better with this.
But I'm going to say particularly with spondy, because it flexes the back. I take a cold pack. Let's say I've been outside. I like to do yard work, and I know I've been overdoing it, especially if I'm using the chainsaw. That night, I'm going to put my leg wedge down, put a cold pack down just like this, and I'll lay like this. And sometimes I'll do it in the afternoon, and this makes me feel much better. I can go on and live the rest of the day.
But you've mentioned before, Brad, that quite often you'll even fall asleep like this at night, and you'll wake up like at 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and then you take it out and you go back to sleep.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, just last week I did that.
Yeah. So like on a bad day, it's all about managing your pain and managing your back. And
I'm not always as disciplined as I should be, because it's like I want to get things done, and and
imagine that.
Sometimes
Brad.
a therapist isn't their best patient, But this works really good. I really enjoy that. Been wonderful.
Give you some relief.
Yep. Now planks. for core strengthening, I have found I cannot do the planks. I've tried them a number of times, and I get a sore back.
So what he's talking about, I'll show a plank real quick here, Brad. Is just like this would be a typical plank.
Yep.
Am I straight now?
Yeah, you're pretty good. You can reach your head up a little bit there. Bob. There
How's
you go.
that?
Yep. These, and particularly the ones on the side, when you're doing the side plank, wow, those really get my back going in a big way. I mean, it hurts just watching them do that for me. So what I have done is I went to the vertical planks to work core strengthening, and this has been a real help for me.
So Brad's using our wall anchor here, and along with some body elastic exercise bands.
Yep. And so I'll do core strength. Right now, my stomach is tight. I'm flexed forward. It feels comfortable. And I may do these, or I can just hold it. I don't like to do static exercises, so I usually do these, or I work my pecs along with it.
You're getting your arms moving while you're working the core.
Exactly. Yep.
So, and the final thing, Brad, is you can use the Thermatex, right?
Right. If your back isn't flared up, it's just another normal day, things are going good, and you want to get some more circulation to those bones that are healing. You want those two bones to fuse. If you get in deep with a good hot pack, infrared hot pack, because these will go deep enough into that vertebra where it's going to increase circulation.
Yeah, regular heat only goes a few millimeters.
And what he means by regular heat is just a normal hot pack you go buy for $30 at the...
An infrared heating pad with the infrared waves actually goes 2.36 inches.
Right.
So that'll penetrate into the spine a bit, into the joints of the spine.
Right.
And Brad and I tend, especially during the winter, I mean, I did last night. I have it set up on my chair. I just sit down. I automatically go on it. Because for me, it helped with my knots up in the upper back.
Not in your head?
Yeah, I got a knot head.
Wait a while. Yeah. So, and I just have that in my recliner. And I set it back there and lean back and take care of my business before I go to bed, reading a book or whatever.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, wow. That was close.